Zalab. What's up, good people? My name is Percy. So in this video, we're going to be learning how to factorize exponential equations, right? So I got notes that we're going to go through together, and I got 6 questions that they're going to help you to able to factorize exponential equations. So if you have questions like this in your exam, and by the way, these are exam questions. I took them from exam papers, past papers. So tune in if you want to know how to factorize exponential equations. And that's what you're going to be doing in this video. Let's get it. Boom. So first thing first, if you have a value a, let me just bring a different column, a value a and its power x, and you have another value called a again and its power y. And the rule says, if bases are the same, therefore you equate the exponents. That's the rule. If bases are the same, therefore you equate the exponents. And by the way, the conditions are that base a should be greater than 0. That's first one. And that other base a should not be equal to 1. We cannot have a situation where a is equal to 1 or a is negative. Those are 2 conditions. But essentially, if the base is the same, therefore you can equate the exponent. So I'm going to be doing questions from question 1 to question 6, advanced questions on how to factorize exponential equations. So in this video, you're going to need your calculator. Please bring in your calculator, and that's what you're going to be learning. To use a calculator essentially to solve exponential equations. So let's go to question 1. Question one. So that's question 1. So in question 1, solve for x. Great. So they want us to solve for x. What do? What you're going to do is, when it's still using the same rule, want to make sure that the bases are the same so you can equate the exponent. So, but you see here, you got 3 and 9. But we can turn 9 into 3 power something, right? So if you take a calculator, 3 power 1, if you don't know, 3 power 1 is 3. 3 power 2 is 9. So we can rewrite 9 as 3 power 2. So we can have 3 power x plus 1 is equal to 3 power 2. That's 9. Now, bases are the same. Therefore, we can now, what? Equate the exponent. So that's equal to 2. Then from here, it's easy peasy. Take 1, put in the right-hand side, becomes negative. And then you got x is equal to 2 minus 1, which is 1. That's your answer. Easy. Easy. So that's what you're going to be doing. So let's go to question 2. All right. So question 2, solve for t, where 3 power t is equal to 1. Right. So here, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're using the rules of exponents. The rule says if bases are the same, and then you can able to equate the exponent. So what you're going to be doing is going to make sure that this base and this base are the same so you can able to equate the exponents. And we know, by the way, that 3 power 0 is equal to 1. So 3t and 3 power 0 are equal because 1 is equal to 3 power 0. 3 power 0 is equal to 1. And then now, bases are the same. Therefore, you can equate the exponent. T is equal to 0. Easy, easy. Right, let's go to another question. I'm on fire. Let's go. Question 3. Okay, so question 3, again, doing the same thing. We want to make sure that the base is the same. But here it gets a little bit complicated because now we see there's some common factor here. There's 5y here. So if you do factor this a little bit, this can be written as 5 power 1 is equal to 400, right? So we know 5 power y plus 1 can be written as 5 power y times 5 power 1 because base is the same if we can add the exponent, right? We know that. We know this rule here. If you don't know, just check my previous videos. But we know that if you have a power x times a power y, this could be written as a power x plus y. And that's what we're doing here. 5 power y plus 1 is equal to 5 power y and 5 power 1. Okay. And then, so let's get a different color. So then here we can factor out a common factor which is 5y. So if you factor 5y, it's going to be 1 plus 3 times 5. 5 power 1 is 5, of course. And then 5 power y can be written as 1 plus 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 1 is 16. Right? And then from here, you can divide by 16 on both sides. So if 5 power y is equal to 400 divided by 16, that is 25. And now we can now apply the rule. Base is the same, equal the exponent. So how to do that? You got 25. We know 25 can be written as 5 squared, right? 5 squared is 25. So 5 power y and 5 squared, because 25 can be written as 5 squared. And then base is the same, therefore you can equate the exponent, and y is equal to 2. Easy, 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 right? Let me know if you got a question. Let me go to question 4. It's getting a little bit complex, and I like it. So let's go to question 4. Hey, come here. Okay, great. So question 4. Right, so what we do here, and I want you to observe something. You see that 32x can be written as 3x power 2, right? Why is this can be written like this? Because we know that ax power 2 is a2x. We know that. So they can how this can be written. So this can be written like that, minus 83x. Oh my goodness, my 3. It's equal to 1. Right. So if I let y is equal to 3 power x, this could be written as y squared minus 80y minus 81 is equal to 0. And this is can solve for y from here, right? Can solve y from here. You can factorize this and solve for y. So there's many ways of doing this. If you don't know how to do it, just check your notes or go to my previous video on how to factorize quadratic equation. But I'll show you my favorite method, my go-to method that I normally use, right? So here, what you have 1 times 81. So just take the multiple of 81. So 1 times 81. 81 divided by 2, that's 4.2, 4.5. 81 divided by 3, so 3 times 3 times 27 give you 81. And 81 divided by 4, no. Divided by 5, no. Divided by 6, no. Divided by 7, no. Divided by 8, no. Divided by 9, yes. So 9 times 9 is 81, right? So and then I stop. So now I say, okay, cool. What are the sort of factors that I can use here, where if I multiply them, they give me 81. If I add them, they give me negative 80, right? If I multiply them, they give me negative 81. If I add them, they give me negative 80. So what I'll do then is, okay, cool. Negative 1, essentially, 1 minus 81 is negative 80, right? So if, and then negative, so, and if we say 1 times negative 81, it give you negative 1. So if I take this here, 1 times negative 81, this as a factor. So this could be written as y minus 81 and y plus 1, essentially. Then you get your answer. So that's basically how I would do it. There's other ways of doing it. If you don't know any other way, please follow this way or ask me a question on this one. And that's how I normally do it. And then from here, you can say, okay, cool, y is equal to, or rather, 81 is equal to 0, or y plus 1 is equal to 0, and then y is equal to 81, and y is equal to negative 1. And remember that y is this baby here. Y is equal to 3 power x. So this is going to be 3 power x equal to 81. And then we can rewrite 81 into be 3 power something, right? So 3 power 1, of course, is 3. 3 power 2 is 9. We know that. 3 power 3 is 27. We know that. 3 power 4 is 81. 81 can be written as 3 power 4. Now, base is the same, therefore we can equate the exponent. And here we got 3 power x equal to negative 1, and this is undefined. You can't solve for this. Try and solve it, but you realize that 3 power x is equal to negative 1 is undefined. We cannot solve this. Right, and why we cannot solve this is because of the rule that we have discussed, the condition that should be positive. It can never be negative. can never be negative. A should be positive, can never be negative. So if you have negative numbers like this, that A, then it becomes a little bit impossible. Okay. Right, so let's go to question 5. Okay, so get a little bit complicated, complex, but I know you're tuning in and you're liking this video. And if you really like what I'm showing you here, let me know by just smashing that like button. And so here we're going to do the same thing, right? P minus 13p squared plus 36 is equal to 0. So for p, so that's what you're doing. You're trying to factorize this exponential equation. So what you would do here is like, okay, cool. You got p and p half, right? But we know that p can be written as p half times 2, right? Because half times 2 is 1, right? So that's basically just adding nothing. Okay, so we can have p half squared, right? Minus 13 p half plus 36 equal to 0. Great. And then maybe we can just let x equal to p power half. And then we have x squared now is digestible. We can able to stomach this. We know x squared minus 13x plus 36 equal to 0. We can factorize this. Please quickly factorize it if you know how to do it, or otherwise you can follow my method. There's many method of doing this. So what I would do is I'll find the factors of 36. So we know 1 times 36, 36 divided by 2, 2 times 18, 36 divided by 3, that's 12, or 3 times 12, divided by 4, that's 4 times 9, divided by 5, nope, divided by 6, no, divided by 7, 7, no, divided by 8, no, divided by 9. Yeah, so that's fine. So we can actually stop here. So you got 136, 12, 18, 3 times 12, and 4 times 9. They all give you 36, right? But then what you do is, what is the factors that you can add, and they should give you negative 13, right? But you know that negative 4 and plus negative 4, it's negative 13. Negative 4 plus negative 9, that's negative 13. And then the good thing is, if you then times these two, they give you positive 36, which is what we are looking for. So we're going to then take negative 4 and negative 9. So there's going to be x and x there. So it's going to be minus 4 and minus 9. And x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x minus 9 is equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to 4, or x equal to 9. And remember, x is equal to p power half. Okay. And then from here, we can then just times it by 2 on both sides. And then half times 2 is 1. So this p is equal to 4 squared. And 4 squared is 16. So p is 16. And again, we know x here is p power half. It's equal to 9. Doing the same thing. P half times 2. This is 9 times 2. Doing the same thing. Multiplied by 2 exponential both sides. Half times 2 is 1, so p is equal to 9. And 9 squared is 81. Great. So p is 16 and p is 81. Let me know if you got another question. But I'm going to be doing now the last question, question 6. Question 6. Oh my goodness. Where's my question 6? It's my British friend right there. So, again, here, I see sort of a common factor, which is 2 power x, right? But we can factor that out. I mean, we can say 2x minus 2 power 4 times 2 power negative x equal to 0. We can do that, right? Why? Because we know that a power x times a power y is a power x plus y. If it's minus y, this is gonna be minus y. Okay, and then what we can do is we can just divide by negative. We can divide by 2 power negative x on both sides, right? And then we're coming to this rule here. If we a power x over a power y. This could be written as a power x minus y. So you're gonna end up with 2x minus x minus 24, because this and this cancels and you end up with 0. And then x minus x is x plus x, which is 2x. So 2 power 2x minus 2 power 4 is equal to 0. Then we can take that minus 2 power 4 to the right hand side, becomes 2 power 4. Then basically the same, you equate the exponents. Then you can divide by 2 on both sides, so your x is 2. Boom! Your x is equal to 2. I really like this question. It's a really brilliant, nice exam question. Let me know if you got a question for me on how to solve exponential equation. But in this video, we've learned valuable lessons. Simplifying things, solving for x and y and p's, and taking all the knowledge of exponent and laws of exponent all together and trying to apply to solve for x in an exponential equation. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. It really means a lot if you do that. It takes this videos to another level so that I can able to help more people. If you really find value on these videos, please do one of the three. Read, at least comment and say great video, or just give me a like button or share it. If you do one of these three, I'm telling you, my videos are gonna appear to other people who might find these videos valuable. Doing this for you. Let me know if you want me to improve it in any way, shape or form. See you in this video.